Hey everyone, your girl Nadine is back. Award Tour Talks. I'm sitting here with another one of the co-founders of Blackweek, Adan Romero, who is also executive creative director at Razorfish. Welcome to the show, Adan.
Thank you for having me.
I'm loving Black Week and the initiatives. It's like a black advertising homecoming, and it's a beautiful thing. What are some of the initiatives are you wanting to come out of Black Week, and why did you start Black Week now?
Well, I'll start with why we started Black Week. I think that, Black Week became um, an idea that started basically born out of frustration, where the seven of us are all, very active in our own lanes. We sort of rule our sort of our own mountain, but we end up together and we end up at different conferences together and we end up seeing what's out there. And what we noticed is that whenever you go to any of these events, you get a stage, you get a panel, sometimes you get a sound bite. You don't really feel that it's there for you. The information that you're getting there doesn't really resonate. Um, we were all lucky enough to go to Joe Anthony's birthday party in Jamaica about a year, some change ago. And there, it was amazing. Every time you turned around, you were talking to someone that inspired you. Every conversation you had fed you. And we wanted to recreate that. Joe was, hey, you know what we should do? We should have a conference. And of course, all of us were like, yeah, let's do it. 2 weeks later, Joe says, there's a shoot, let's go. We're launching.
Oh,
So we we actually didn't have time to get ready. We just went. So Joe pushed us, and here we are. We went, but again, it was born out of necessity. It was born out of frustration. But we wanted to make sure that everyone who went felt safe. Everyone who went felt they were being they were becoming part of something, not just attending something. So that was the goal. And here we are, day four. We've had 2 days of panels. The information was incredible. The reaction that we've been getting was amazing. And our goal is to our goal is to definitely do this again next year. But ultimately, we want this to be more than just a moment in time. We want everybody to take this momentum and turn it into a movement. The connections that people made. I touched on that yesterday, and although we created this event and although it took place in a building, I think that this morning and moving forward, it's time for every individual that was there to start building and take those connections and reach out and create this community that we know is there, but we just forgot about it. We just don't see ourselves. We don't see ourselves together. We're too used to walking into a room and being the only one. And if we created a space where we see all of us, we remind each other that we're out there, that neither of us are alone, none of us are alone. So those connections that you made, reach out to them and grow with them.
what can brands and corporations do to really move the needle forward when it comes to our culture?
I think that what brands could do, to move that needle when it comes to our culture, is to pay attention. Really, honestly, right now, what brands are doing is when they need to reach people that look like us, when they need to reach people that sound like us, they tap into us, and then when they're done, they put us back on the shelf. What they need to do is understand that we thrive when we're visible. We thrive with visibility. And what visibility means is creating space. What visibility means is respecting the impact that we have and respecting the individuals with that impact. We're not you know we're not at our strongest on Hispanic Heritage Month. We don't do our best work
Black History Month.
Black History
Right.
Month. That's not when we do our best work. We do our best work when we're seen. We do our best work when we're visible. And it's you've all heard it. If there's no place at the table, make a table.
Right.
But it's more than that. It's bigger than that. It's really owning this impact that we have as a community and keying off of that one word community. Impact's always going to be there. Every single individual has that impact. But as a community, as a collective, we are untouchable. So what they have to do is really give us that visibility, give us our props, give us our flowers, but understand that it's not just temporary. If you're going to invest in us, know that that investment is a long-term investment because it is going to be good for business.
Why do you think I mean, we've been talking about DE&I, which now I'm just so tired of saying it for almost, I feel like since I started in 1996, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like the same conversation being spun around. Why do you feel like there's never any long-term commitment from these brands? Why is that, do you think?
I think that the reason that they go up and down, up and down, up and down is because they activate when there's noise being made. But then, as soon as the noise starts to settle down, then they go back to where they were. So, when you think about the George Floyd incident, it put everybody on blast,
Right,
and everybody came. Everybody came to the rescue.
right.
Everybody came. Oh my God, let's hear them out. These are the voices we need. But when that impact started to sort of quiet and that noise started to fade, then those efforts started to fade.
Right.
We're here and we all suffer from trauma, but trauma isn't the only time that we should be activated. I think that the biggest reason that brands don't get it is that they don't understand that we aren't just a multicultural community. We're not just a black community, we're not just a brown community. We are community. We are culture. We drive culture, but we're never at the wheel. So why they hesitate and to pull us in full time, always on. The reality is that we are the culture that's always on, and everybody else is keying off of us. The way we talk, what we wear, the music that we listen to, the art that we make.
Right.
It moves, and it moves the world.
Yes.
And to tap into us only when you think that you need to talk to a certain audience, you're leaving a lot on the table, because every audience is always listening for us, regardless what color they are, what background they are. They're listening to us.
Amazing. And I'm not gonna keep you because I just want to get a couple of words from all the co-founders. But one last takeaway you want the audience to know about Blackweek.
Say Blackweek, if you weren't there year one, please be there year two. And this isn't about this isn't participation trophies. It's not showing up and just being there. It's showing up and being active. Every single person that was there created a connection. Every single person there came away with something. There are learnings to be had. There are connections to be made. There's a network of individuals that are ready to hear you out and ready to work with you, regardless of what you do, regardless of your background. I think that you missed out year one. Do not miss out on year two.
You heard him. Also, if you're looking for Adan Romero, you can find him on LinkedIn. He is executive creator at Razorfish, and again, also co-founder of Blackweek. Thank you so much for saying a few words on the Award Tour. I'm going to get him back on the show. We get a more embedded interview about you and what you do for this industry.
Can't wait.
I can't wait either.
All right.
Thank you so much.